We are joined by Ambassador Navdeep Singh Suri, former Indian ambassador to the UAE, a former High Commissioner of India to Australia, and a distinguished fellow at ORF. Ambassador, great to see you, and thank you for joining us on WION. Is this project ambitious enough to compete with China's Belt and Road Initiative?
Well, I wouldn't put it in those terms. I think it's premature to do that. All we have right now to go by is the Axios report. As a former professional diplomat, I prefer to see what emanates out of Riyadh, out of Washington, out of our own national security advisors' visit to see really what kind of contours are being put on this project. Let me just say that when the national security advisors of the four countries meet, and when they meet in Riyadh, that itself is a big deal, right? It shows a degree of coordination amongst them. And I'm sure that railways isn't the only thing that they would have spoken about when they met in Riyadh this morning. They would have a pretty expansive agenda on security-related matters, including terrorism and so on. On the particular issue of the railway connectivity, I had actually, soon after I2U2 came into being in October 2021, I had done a paper looking at the possibility of an India-Arab-European corridor via the Mediterranean. And the way this would hypothetically work is, say you've got a shipment to send from Mumbai into Europe. Currently, the route is via the Suez Canal, and that takes about 17 days. But if you sent it to Jebel Ali in Dubai, which is a very efficient shipping port, there is today a rail link from Jebel Ali to the Saudi border. There's a railway system within Saudi Arabia, which is more or less done, that takes the product all the way to the Jordan border. Then you need about 300 kilometers in Jordan to the Israel border, and then you can put it on to Haifa. And from Haifa, it can be put on a ship into Greece, and again, it connects with the European railway network. A typical shipment then from Mumbai to Piraeus in Greece could reach in 10 days instead of 17 days that it takes currently. And it creates a nice little alternative to the Suez Canal, because right now we've seen how dependent global shipping is on the Suez Canal. So that's the geo-economic dimension of it that I wanted to underscore in the piece that I had done for the Observer Research Foundation, that this could be a possibility. Now, clearly, the Americans are very keen on it. The Israelis are very keen on it. India sees obvious benefits in terms of a boost to its exports, which will become more efficient getting into the West Asia region and beyond into Europe. But is it a China-linked project? Is it a BRI-focused project? I would have doubts about it. We may be interested in it. The Americans may be interested in it, but I don't think the Saudis are keen on miffing the Chinese on something like this. I don't think the Emiratis are keen on creating anything that is seen by the Chinese as a negative to their interests in the region. So I just put those couple of caveats on this, please.
We were joined by Ambassador Navdeep Singh Suri, former Indian ambassador to the UAE, former High Commissioner of India to Australia, a distinguished fellow at ORF. Thank you so much, Ambassador, for joining us.
Thank you.